Let me ask you about what is becoming a federal issue, and that is what's happening in Wisconsin. This was the scene on Friday in the Rotunda in Madison as union workers were protesting the move by the governor of Wisconsin to demand a greater participation among unions in terms of pension contributions as well as health care contributions, also trying to end collective bargaining in the state. And you see the response there. President Obama did an interview and weighed in on this. This is what he had to say.
Some of what I've heard coming out of Wisconsin, where you're just making it harder for public employees to collectively bargain generally, seems like more of an assault on unions. And I think it's very important for us to understand that public employees, they're our neighbors. They're our friends.
Senator Graham, did the president do the right thing weighing in to this controversy?
I think the president should be focusing on what we're doing in Washington. The president's budget this year is the highest level of spending as a nation, 25.3% of GDP, since World War II. So that's not the number to use to get this place in fiscal sanity. We should be looking at the dollars we're actually spending. That's what the House did. But when the president talks about Wisconsin, I think that really is inappropriate. The governor of Wisconsin is doing what he campaigned on. He said he would ask contributions from government employees for pension and for health care at a level that I think is reasonable. And he also put on the table renegotiating and reforming collective bargaining. He told me yesterday it takes 15 months to do a contract with government employees in Wisconsin. And so he's doing what he said. There was an election on his proposals and he won, and he should be allowed to fulfill his mandate just like the House Republicans.
Senator Durbin, is the White House, is the president using his own campaign operation, an operation of supporters, to fuel protests in Wisconsin?
Let me tell you why what's happening in Wisconsin, just north of Illinois, goes way beyond the discussion of the Wisconsin budget. If you think this is just about money in the budget, then you might believe Cesar Chavez was just working to get a couple pennies more per pound for grapes, or that Martin Luther King was really working for access to hotels and restaurants. There's a much bigger issue at stake here. For over 80 years in America, we have recognized the rights of our workers to freely gather together, collectively bargain so that they could have fairness in the workplace and fairness in compensation. And that is what's at stake here. It goes way beyond this budget issue. This governor of Wisconsin is not setting out just to fix a budget. He's setting out to break a union. That is a major move in terms of American history. I believe the president should have weighed in. I think we should all weigh in and say, do the right thing for Wisconsin's budget, but do not destroy decades of work to establish the rights of workers to speak for themselves.